Hey, how you doing? It's PMV here, checking in with another video, looking to get more into the dating space, which is really something important and potent to me. So by liking and subscribing to this channel, what you can expect more of is us using astrology to help heal the relationship dynamics that you're facing, that you're going through, and also to go ahead and attract that soulmate, to attract that twin flame, to attract that partner. And so today, before I pass it off to V, what I want to say is this is primarily about giving you the tips in order to practically attract that twin flame, that partner, that soulmate, all right? Where are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm super excited to speak about how to make your twin flame union. And I'm really passionate about that it is a journey, and I want to share here my tips how I made my twin flame union with you.
Sure. And so really one of the first things that I'm thinking about is, what did it take for me in order to attract Vanessa, right? Like, what did it really take for me to attract her? I think it depends on what stage I was really looking at, because as you know, this is a journey, so it depends on your stages. But one of the first things that I needed to do was to not only go out, to not only try to look good, to not only take care of myself, my hygiene, my genital hairs. Like, I needed to take care of all that for myself. And it was really one of the first steps I can really recall of what it took for me to attract my twin flame, for me to really get the soulmate to come into my life from the space of being single to actually having the love that so many people crave. Because when I didn't look good, quite frankly, when I couldn't see myself in the mirror as somebody attractive, when I couldn't see myself in the clothes that I thought of myself as me showing care and love for even my appearance and going out into the world, especially as a business owner, it's like that was the furthest thing that was really not even putting that energetic energy out there, that I cared for myself, that I would only dress like this if I was going out with somebody or going on a date. So if you're in that single space and you're looking to attract a twin flame, take care of yourself and start with your appearance. Like, before you step out the house, and even in your house, because this is how you look, how you feel. It's such a cliche, but all of us can really resonate with that to some capacity.
Yeah, I want to add there something really important for me. Appearance was a big step on my personal journey to twin flame union, because it is one point, it is literally the appearance, the hygiene, being clean, feeling clean. And another big part for me is that I personally struggled the whole life with my body image, how I saw my body, and I was never feeling good enough in my body, and really taking care of that, making peace with my body through Ayurveda, through learning that there are different body structures, different body types, and making really the peace with how I look. And this changed, actually, like he said, the way I looked to myself in the mirror. Even I didn't lose weight, or it actually physically not a lot changed, but my energy and the way how I could look to myself into the mirror changed a lot. And doing this self-care practice to really connect with my body, using body lotion to connect with the body parts I might rejected in the past, helped me so much to attract my soulmate. Because if I wouldn't have put in there the work to work with my body, I wouldn't be ready for you.
Absolutely. I fully agree. And that's really your first tip out of the 3 right now. She mentioned her Ayurveda video. I'll look to drop that up here. She's really diving into an entire series around Ayurveda. And other than that, I'm gonna move to the second tip. Here's the second tip. This one is actually probably the biggest, and it probably was the most undervalued, I will say, for myself. And this came down to forgiveness. This came to forgiveness. I found that especially if you're a single gentleman out there, I found, and I'm sure she'll say what she says from the woman's perspective. You're single, you're out there, you're a twin flame, you're looking to attract that partner, you're looking to reach that union, looking to leave that place of separation. What I really will say is forgiveness is critical. And to understand what does that mean for you, because it's going to be different from person to person. Forgiveness for me was to really look in the mirror, actually, and it happened frequently. It happened again, even while I was in the union with her 2-3 days ago. And I told you about it. I looked in the mirror and I said each of the names of the past ladies, the past women that I've dated. I've said each of their names and I apologized and I thanked them and I honored them and I didn't allow any negative narrative about what they did to me to cloud my mind and allow me to go through a practice of forgiveness and actually telling myself that I forgive myself for the ways that I felt I betrayed myself, when in reality it was never any of my partners that was doing something wrong to me. It was me attracting that energetic balance to reflect in the relationship how was I disrespecting and mistreating myself. So forgiveness is really my second tip for you. If you're in the twin flame separation and you're in that space of you really want to attract that union, don't chase them, chase yourself.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of forgiveness. I learned the Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono.
It's a Hawaiian shamanism I learned from my mom, and it showed me as well always to see both sides and to see not just forgive yourself for what you might attracted, but check in with yourself. Where have you been the predator? Like, not just where have you been the victim in the situation, where have you manipulated another person?
Yes.
Because it's always there, but we
absolutely
focus always what have other people done to us, and we send out the blame. And forgiveness can really help you to step out of the blaming, complaining, and to finally make peace. So you make yourself the biggest gift if you, for example, check out the Ho'oponopono forgiveness ritual. If you do it for a time.
You have any of that on your YouTube yet?
It's coming up.
Okay. We got some Ho'oponopono on the YouTube coming.
Because it's major, and I'm really grateful. I've been in Hawaii with my mom, and to really actively practice this forgiveness ritual was powerful. And I did basically the same. Before I could meet you, I was making peace with my past relationships.
Sure.
With some of them, I actually spoke myself out. I could see behind, like, it's not, forgiveness doesn't mean that everything is okay what that person did to you, but it's going beyond the point where the pain came. And so it's not to say, oh yeah, this person betrayed me, stole money from me, that you need to say that's okay, that's not okay, but it's going beyond the pain, and you can think about the person without holding any resistance or any grudge within you. And actually I spoke myself out with certain past lovers. With some I made mentally peace, and I can see the beautiful things which came out of this relationship.
Absolutely. And that's the magic, you know. With the forgiveness as the second tip to attracting your twin flame, look at the magic of it. I'm so sorry, I forgot my thought for a quick second, but really look at the magic of it. Look at in what ways did they support you, you know, in what ways have you grown from this, and what have you learned from that relationship, from that person to you, and from you about, again, like she said, I had to learn from myself. In what ways was I manipulating my partners through my words and the choices of my words? What ways was I manipulating my partners through sex and toxic sex habits, toxic sex patterns? That's important. And we're going to move on to the third one. And before I say that, what I'll say is if you are a twin flame out there and you're looking for coaching, you're looking to go ahead and dive deeper with two people who are in the relationship space, as twin flames who have reached that union and go through our fucking flaming difficulties, our hot and heavy difficulties consistently, definitely check down below, see that, and maybe you're not at that space where you're ready for that level of commitment, but you are looking to work directly on yourself. Feel free to book a natal reading with me. Right now they are at 50%, I think until like September. So I wouldn't wait too long on that.
Yeah, that especially can help you with tip number 3, which is coming in hot right now. And there I just can say check in with him in a natal reading, because
absolutely,
it will make major revelations.
I appreciate that tremendously. Absolutely. And so the tip number 3 is the non-negotiables. All right. Understand your non-negotiables. At what point are you not going to negotiate? And I found that before you get there, you can't get to the non-negotiable until you do this. Let me show you my next piece. Let me show you what's happening. So, you know, I actually had this journal like a whole year ago. Like I got papers ripped out of it. But this is how you know we're keeping it real. There's no script involved here. We just speak from our personal experiences.
And your twin flame journey or your soulmate journey is not a script either. Think about that.
So this, I won't take too much on because this is not what I was actually looking to show you, but that's me, the little king on the podium speaking. And there's a labyrinth, right? There's all these brick walls. Wow, I had that dream of the labyrinth the other day. Didn't I tell you about that?
Yeah.
So there's a labyrinth, and this is like a labyrinth to my heart. It was a labyrinth to my spirituality. It was all these walls that were set up that I had to go through these different dimensions to get to this door. And then when I got through that door, there was finally at the top, there was that heart space. So this began to, and I said, how can removing the blocks to my heart serve me and help others? What I didn't recognize then was I was helping myself tremendously in the space of unlocking my heart in the space of love. But there's something more specific I wanted to show you that I actually want to have you do as a third tip, as a part of this drill. And I want you to draw, if you're a man or a woman or whoever you are looking to attract, I want you to draw a picture of your partner. I literally want you to draw what they look like. Talk to me about their facial features, their hips, their body, whatever it is. I want you to literally draw this person, right? So ironically, this was me. And I remember actually thinking she's too skinny.
Similarity?
You see the similarities?
Do you see
I actually remember thinking like, nah, my woman's too skinny. So I tried to add a little bit more on the side, but I was being a perfectionist at that point. I wasn't the best drawer. But she got those lips. She got the lips.
He made them draw the mouth really clear, the teeth.
Well, the mouth just actually was a separate drawing on its own, and then I just drew this completely different. But I had actually said on here that I wanted to attract a tarot reader, like an astrology reader. I said I want somebody that's smiley. She's always smiling. I want somebody loving. I want somebody secure within themselves. I want somebody non-judgmental. And I really needed them to be healthy, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Somebody that loves astrology. This is the first thing that got her attracted, that I was attracted to her. Like, she listened to me talk about astrology at a birthday dinner. Who does that and with full interest and not superficial? So I said nature-based. I said Colombiana, but we're here and we meet now in Colombia after our time in Mexico. These are the things that like I just can't make up, ladies and gentlemen. People that complement each other. Endless mental connection, which we have. She's a Gemini, and I have a Gemini Venus, all right? Spiritually equipped and faith/crystal. Somebody that has faith and really works with the crystals. If we look down there, we have our own little ritual section. Plants in the back. Take out and write down your values. Draw a picture. Like,
can I say something to that? Because I love it. I love it that it's like accurate, really specific. And if you're not having that soulmate right now in your physical world here, become that person. Start to love these qualities within you.
Yeah.
Start to become a smiley person.
Yeah.
Start to become loving on your own. You don't need a partner for that.
Yeah.
You can send out love to the world. There's
absolutely
much people in need right now for love. Become non-judgmental and check really honest within if you are really living these points
Boom.
which you are requiring from your partner, and you're doing a massive work on yourself.
That's what it is. That's what it takes.
And to align that very better with your soul imprint, book a reading with him again, because we are having, when it's about ourselves, big blind eyes or big tomatoes on our eyes because it's super hard to see yourself, and another person can show you what is there and what is really truly in alignment with your soul. I needed to go through a lot of painful periods in my life where I had values, I had a list, but they've been not true with my soul imprint. I was lying to myself. How should I attract a person when I'm lying to myself?
And you already know, if you're a twin flame and you're on that journey, you know that you cannot lie to yourself. You cannot lie to your twin flame. It is the impossibility. It's why it's one of the greatest mirrors. You are two souls fitting. You are one soul fitting in two different bodies. So you can't run from that narrative. These are our 3 tips. To finish that third one, what I really want to say is, and Vanessa brought this to me, you have to get out there and test it, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just write this down, draw your dream woman and draw your dream gentleman, and then you're going to magically just pop up into your life. You got to test it. Go on dates and deny. Say no.
Yeah, be strict with yourself towards your non-negotiable.
Stop playing small. Stop playing small.
Because
that's her thing.
It's always easy to have a list with your non-negotiables, but really living up to them and saying no, that is your best practice.
Absolutely. You got to live it. So with that being said, the last mention I'm going to bring, if you were interested in this dating information, this hot and heavy twin journey, we have our first podcast episode coming out tomorrow.
Hot and heavy.
About how we met, this twin flame journey, how we came to union, all the different countries from Bali to India to Colombia to Mexico. All the synchronicities happening over years before we even met. The twin flame thing is absolutely real. It's here for you. It's time to leave that space of separation and into that space of union, but you already know what to do. You got to start looking at yourself and stop blaming others.
And stop chasing your twin flame and start living.
Absolutely. I have that video, Venus and Gemini chasing. The chase is over. Please do like and subscribe to this. You're going to get more and more dating advice, more and more dating tips, how you can expand sexually, and how you can use astrology to go ahead and secure all of that. I love you. I'll see you soon. That's that twin flame goofiness. Goofy.